Hello folks and welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, hit that red button and subscribe to my channel. For today's project, I'm using a 4mm crochet hook and a chunky yarn. So starting with a magic circle or a magic ring if you want to call it. Now in this circle, we're going to make 7 single crochets. So chain 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now pull the starting string to tighten the loop, and in the next round we are not going to be doing a slip stitch, so we're going in rounds. So make a single crochet in the first stitch, try to go under both loops, and make a single crochet and place your stitch marker. Now make another single crochet in the same space, so this is your increase, and we're making an increase in each stitch. So with 2 single crochets in each stitch, by the end of this round you should have a total of 14 single crochets. I recommend keeping a tight tension of the yarn while you make your single crochets. This will help you give a nice firm look to your basket at the end. So once you've completed this round, we are not going to slip stitch. So starting our next round, remove the stitch marker and make a single crochet in the first stitch. Place a stitch marker. Now in the next stitch, make an increase, which is 2 single crochets in the same stitch, and repeat by making 1 single crochet and then an increase for the entire round. By the end of this round, you should have a total of 21 single crochets. Starting the next round, remove your stitch marker and make a single crochet in the first stitch. Place your stitch marker. In the next stitch, make 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, make an increase, which is 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So now repeat by making 2 single crochets in the next 2 stitches and then an increase in the next one. Repeat this until you reach the end of the round. By the end of the round, you should have a total of 28 single crochets. Starting the next round, remove your stitch marker and make a single crochet in the first stitch. Place your stitch marker. Now make a single crochet in the next stitch. Make another single crochet in the next stitch. Now make an increase in the next stitch. So repeat by making 3 single crochets in the next 3 stitches and then an increase. By the end of this round, you should have a total of 35 single crochets. Starting the next round, remove your stitch marker and make a single crochet in the first stitch. Place your stitch marker. Make 1 single crochet in the next one, another single crochet in the next stitch, and 1 more single crochet in the next stitch. Now make an increase. So repeat by making 4 single crochets in 4 stitches and then an increase. Repeat this for the entire round, and by the end of the round you should have a total of 42 single crochets. So starting the next round, remove your stitch marker and make a single crochet in the first stitch. Place your stitch marker, make another single crochet in the next stitch, make another single crochet in the next stitch, make a single crochet in the next stitch, make 1 single crochet in the next stitch. So now you have 5 single crochets in 5 stitches. In the next stitch, make an increase, which is 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So repeat this by making 5 single crochets and then an increase, and by the end of this round you should have a total of 49 single crochets. So we are increasing in the multiples of 7 over here. Keep increasing the number of rows in the same manner until you have the desired base for your bag, and then we'll move on to the sides. As you can see over here, I've completed a number of rows, and this is going to be the base of my bag. So now starting with the sides, for the next round work in the back stitch only, in the back loop of each stitch. So as you can see over here, we have 2 loops. So insert your hook in the back loop, yarn over and make a single crochet. Place your stitch marker. And now make 1 single crochet in each of the back loops of each stitch. So by the end of the round you should have the same number of stitches as you had in your previous round. So over here I did a total of 14 rows, and I have a total of 98 single crochets over here. Starting with the next round, remove your stitch marker and again working in the back loop, make a single crochet. Place your stitch marker. Now we are going to make our first spike stitch. So go into the stitch under your current stitch. So this is the previous round stitch. Go under, insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. Make sure that the loop is long enough that it is coming to the current row. Yarn over and pull through both loops. So you have your spike stitch over here. In the next one, make a single crochet in the back loop, and then again repeat the spike stitch. So go into the row underneath, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both loops. So again a single crochet in the back loop and then your spike stitch. So repeat this for the entire round until you reach the end of the round. And note that the number of stitches shall remain constant as the previous round. So this is how your work will look like. And now starting with the next round, remove your stitch marker. In the previous round we started with a single crochet, so over here we're going to make a spike stitch. So go under the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook. So I just have a joint in my yarn over here. I'm trying to make it so that it appears at the back. Place your stitch marker. Now in the next stitch, make a single crochet in the back loop only. Now repeat by making the spike stitch again in the next stitch. Followed by a single crochet. So we're going to repeat this, and if you notice that a spike stitch is coming on top of a single crochet and then a single crochet is coming on top of a spike stitch. So we will be repeating rows which we started with the spike stitch. You can call them row 15 or 16 or whichever count they're coming to, and then just repeat those two rows until you have the desired sides, the desired height of your bag. So here you can see these two rows, and just keep repeating them and keep the tension of your yarn the same as you started. Increase the length and I'll be back. So over here, as you can see, I've completed this side and this is the height. I've done a number of rows over here and this is how it looks like. So starting with the next row, remove your stitch marker and make a single crochet in the first stitch, or if you're coming to the alternate row where you have made a spike stitch, you can just follow that pattern. So repeating a back loop and a spike stitch in the next few stitches, I'm going to be repeating it 9 times, so they'll be covering 18 stitches. So my count was 98 single crochets when I finished my base. If you have a different count, you can just adjust your stitches accordingly. So I'm doing 18 single crochets, 18 stitches, which includes one back loop single crochet and the other one is the spike stitch single crochet. And this is going to be covering 18 stitches. So repeat these two 9 times. And then when you reach the 18th stitch, in the 19th stitch, we're not going to make a stitch. Rather, we're going to skip 13 stitches. So once this is done, count 13 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And in the 14th stitch, place a stitch marker or any sort of thing to mark the stitch. And now over here, chain 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is going to be your handle. Now step in the 14th stitch. Remove your stitch marker and make a single crochet in the back loop only. Just notice that if it is coming on top of a single crochet, then you have to make a spike stitch. So mine was landing in the single crochet, so I'm just going to undo it and then make a spike stitch over here. So you have to notice which stitch you land on and then work accordingly. So then I've made a single crochet and then repeat by making a spike stitch. So now I'll be repeating these two stitches 18 times and it's going to cover 36 stitches. So here I've completed my 36 stitches and now I'm going to make the other handle. So chain 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now count 13 single crochets and in the 14th single crochet or the 14th stitch, make your stitch. So I've landed on a single crochet over here. Sorry, a spike stitch over here. So I made a single crochet on top and followed by a spike stitch. So repeat these two stitches until you reach the end of the round. Starting the next round, remove your stitch marker and make a spike stitch. Place your stitch marker and make a single crochet in the back loop. So repeat these stitches until you reach the handle, which was your 13 chains. Now make 13 single crochets on this chain. Now continue making the remaining stitches until you reach the next handle, and repeat in the same manner by making 13 single crochets on your handle. So this is the kind of look you'll have for your handles. You'll be able to view your spike stitches quite well over here. Now starting the next round. Now we're going to start our final and last round, and we'll be working a slip stitch. So go under both loops and make a slip stitch in each stitch. Place a stitch marker to know that you've finished the round. One way is to make it under both loops, and the other way to make it is you go into the back stitch and then make a slip stitch. So go into the back loop and make a slip stitch. So this is how both these stitches are going to look if you do it under both loops and if you do it with the back loop only. So I think I'm going to go with the back loop only. It gives a nice and neater edge to your basket. So here I am at the end of my final round, and now don't make a slip stitch. Remove your stitch marker and pull the yarn through. Now with the help of a needle, so put the yarn on your needle, and now we'll make an invisible slip stitch. So go under both loops of the next slip stitch, pull through, and then insert your needle in the center of the previous stitch and pull. So here you can see that the stitch is similar to the remaining or the other stitches that we made, and no one can tell if this is the beginning or end of our round. And just weave in your yarn at the back or the inner side of your basket or bag. So cut off the extra yarn and your bag is ready. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and this is the final look of the bag. These are the handles, and this is the inner side of the bag. You can cut a little cardboard piece and place it on the inside and make the base more strong. But if you're storing lightweight things like yarn and hooks, there's no need for extra support. Thanks for watching.